Hello and welcome to the House of Isla podcast, where we talk anything and everything Star Wars. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. Yeah, not really much happened this week.
That's cool. We are live. So if you're listening to us live, put a comment in the live chat and it can get read on the show. So, Mandalorian season 2, episode 7, The Believer. So we are almost done with season 2.
Then we have season 2.5, and then season 3.
And then we have a movie review. That would be fun. But
hopefully.
Yeah. So me and Echo were recently on the Sith Dominion podcast earlier this week, talking about is Rebels better than Clone Wars. But also we were talking about the Super Bowl ad that they placed for Mandalorian and Grogu.
If it can be called an ad.
And I'm not going to go... We don't need to rehash this here. We did it on Sith Dominion podcast. Go check them out. Amazing group of people. We've had 3 of their hosts and co-hosts on our show. So it was a great chat. A lot of fun. Check them out. Link in the description. So it's time for the main discussion.
Obi-Wan once thought as you do.
I know, Echo, you did not hear that. I was trying to get a speedy setup, and I'm like, default mic it is. Because I've got a lot to do.
I mean, it's okay. I have you muted anyway, because I don't like hearing myself speak. And it's weird hearing you twice. For those who don't know, he is sitting right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, it's not best. So all right. This is chapter 15, The Believer, out December 11th, 2020. 38 minutes long, directed by Rick I don't know how to pronounce his last name. So I'm not going to even give it a try. Starring Pedro Pascal, Bill Ball, and Gina Carano. As well as...
Yeah, no, I can't pronounce that director's name either.
Tamora Morrison and Min Na Win for Fennec Shand. So we start the episode with a recap of what happened previous. We know Mayfeld, played by Bill Ball, was sent to prison and because of events of season 1. You got to see some preview of that, some recap of that. We know Din went to Navarre to talk to Cara Dune, a New Republic marshal, and we know Grogu was taken by Moff Gideon, and Din needs to look for Moff Gideon's ship to get the child back. So he teams up with Cara Dune, Mayfeld, as well as Fennec Shand and Boba Fett.
And when they go to grab, wait, what's his name? Mayfeld, yes. When they go to grab him from the chop fields, the Carthon chop fields, as it's called, you can see plenty of scattered pieces of TIE fighters. In the background, you can see a crane lifting a whole TIE fighter. So this appears to be just they dumped excess Imperial, excess unneeded Imperial
Garbage.
garbage, basically, because that's what the TIE fighters were. Yes.
So they pick him up, and at first, like, Mayfield did not know what happened, but hey, he's out of prison, work camp, with this cartoon. First person he sees is Boba Fett, and he's scared because he thinks he's this other guy.
And then that other guy appears.
Yeah, that. Yes. And he's like, just take me back. I don't want to be here. Screw this guy. And then Cara Dune was like, he has a kid. Moff Gideon. So they go to the secret Imperial mining facility on Morak. And to break in, they need to get hijack a transport for Rhydonium, which can blow up, and it's very unstable when moving fast.
Isn't highly unstable and highly volatile close to the same thing? And those are the two words described that are used to describe it?
Yes. And so Mayfield disguises as one of the transport troopers. They have an incredible looking helmet and gray armor. As well, they need another person on it. Cara Dune can't do it because she's New Republic. Both Fennec Shan and Boba are, I don't know, well-known, wanted.
And yeah. And Fett says, well, they might recognize my face.
Yeah.
You know, it's only a face plastered on 200,000 units with 1 million more on the way. So, you know, kind of recognizable.
Yes, it's always recognizable. So. Then Din's like, I'll do it. And we know, like, he can't remove his helmet. So he gets into this costume, looks terrible in it. His shiny metal armor is more protective. More on that later. And Mayfield is like complaining about the armor, how the gloves are wet from the other guy. I bet you Rex was way easier to be like, oh, here your armor. We get in it.
I mean, Stormtrooper armor, Clone Trooper armor, same thing, really.
Yeah, but one.
No, they are not the same thing anyway.
Plus, one can't even shoot.
And hey, they even bring back the you can't see out of Imperial helmets trope.
Yes.
Because, like, halfway through not even halfway, it's like 30 seconds after he starts driving, Mayfield takes off the helmet and is like, I don't know how you guys see out of these things.
As a jab, too. Then, of course, because of the helmet. So, pirates start attacking the ship. So, what happens? Our good friend Din climbs up aboard the transport to fight back against these pirates until they make it to this bridge to the base. They make it now. People cheer for them because, hey, you guys saved the day. You're the only people who got the shipment to the base.
Also, how many of those Juggernauts, I think they were called, does that one base have? Because there were at least 3 that were out today. We come across what appears to be at least 3 other wreckages of them. If they're losing that many numbers, it's like out of 6, 1 survive. How do they have the numbers or even the ability to keep those losses?
It's the Imperial remnant. They make it walk.
plot.
But inside the facility, things take a turn. Mayfeld does not want to go to the terminal to get scanned because one of his former officers was close by said terminal. So Din makes the sacrifice like you do. So he has to remove his helmet in front of the system, and it's really powerful moment for that, and how Din would do this to save Grogu. So, but then the former commanding officer Valen his comes over trying to see what's Mando's TK number. It's not TK421, sadly. And he doesn't,
hasn't been since the first Death Star.
Yes, and he does not know what he means. So Mayfeld sees it. Mayfeld comes up and was like, "Yeah, Mando's my commanding officer. He is blah blah blah. His name's Brown Eyes. That's what we called him. He doesn't talk that much. Plus, he can't hear. Type stuff. And his TK number is this. I am TK whatever."
Interestingly enough, the planet that he mentions that Mando damages hearing at is an actual canon planet. That is where it's been mentioned before, where Lando scored a victory over a pirate fleet, which helped him get the promotion that he has in Return of the Jedi.
Oh, nice. So the former commanding officer, Mayfeld, and Din are getting drinks. Cause hey, you guys are successful. You guys are heroes. So, and they win. We hear about Mayfeld's trauma of Operation Cinder. And the commanding officer was like, those losses, they are heroes to the Empire, blah, blah, blah. And Mayfeld snaps and shoots him. Blowing their cover, they have to escape. What's gonna happen? They escape fine.
Naturally, they're the main characters, of course.
Yeah. With the Cara Dune and Fennec Shan shooting them from different areas, and
then they also take out the anti-aircraft gun, which looks actually pretty similar to like the World War II era quad turrets that you'd find on battleships.
Yeah,
I guess they don't really change all that much.
Yeah. But the people actually operating said cannon were like Imperial tacticians with helmets that looked like they were operating the Death Star.
Yeah. I guess they're just the specialty gunners.
Yeah. But aboard the
Imperial weapons technicians, they're actually called.
But aboard the Slave One, or as Disney wants us to call it, Boba Fett's Starfighter, according to Lego.
Oh yeah, I remember that set.
It's a Slave One. It's the name of the ship. So
yeah, like what are you going to call it when it changes hands yet again? Because originally it was Jango Fett's starship, now it's Boba Fett's starship.
And it was someone else's starship when Boba was a little kid, so...
Like, what do you call the Millennium Falcon?
The Millennium Falcon?
Lando's starship? Han's starship? Any of the people in the series names who stole it from, who stole it from Han?
Or Chewbacca's ship?
or Ray's ship.
Oh.
No, Poe's ship is the X-Wing.
Doesn't he like damage all his X-Wing? And so aboard Slave One, Mayfeld takes a blaster and shoots a target this small from like this high up.
He was a former Imperial sharpshooter.
Yes, but this wasn't like a laser gun. It was like a
Cycler rifle, usually used by Tusken Raiders.
yeah, and blows up the base. X-wings, TIE fighters, start deploying to attack Slave One, and we get one of the coolest moments by far. Boba Fett using the seismic charge things to destroy the ship.
I don't have any comment here.
Oh, it's just a cool moment.
Well, I mean, actually, I do. If you're not familiar with what the seismic charges were, they're what Jango Fett tried to use to destroy Obi-Wan's starfighter in Attack of the Clones.
I might be able to get a video of it. Let me get this set up on your end.
Like we said, this was a rush production, so that's great when the background doesn't.
Can you hear it? No longer can. It's
Dad! I think we're being tracked.
You must have put a homing device on our hull. Hang on, son, we'll move into the asteroid field. And we'll have a couple of surprises for you.
Seismic charges. Stand by.
He doesn't seem to take a hint, this guy.
the sound effect is amazing.
Yes. And the weapon itself is really interesting because you would think it would be useless because it's a 2D wave. So if you're over it or under it, you're not affected.
Hmm.
And you can see it tumbles when you launch it. So it was a really good twist of fate that it just so happened to be in the same field as both TIE fighters when it went off in this current episode.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was just perfect timing to explode 2 X-Wings. I bet it's a bit overkill, but it's Boba Fett. So
What, you mean the guy who had to be warned no disintegrations?
But they land. They pick Fennec Shan and Cara Dune, and she was talking to Mando and was like, "Yeah, Mayfeld was killed in the explosion, but he wasn't. Now he's survived."
Yeah, it really was such a shame he was killed in that refinery explosion.
Yeah. I don't think he has anywhere off planet, so guess he's in charge of that Imperial base.
What Imperial base? He blew it up.
It's time for the count. Rating. What would you rate this episode?
I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. I really liked it. And I know some people said that it felt like a filler episode. If it did, it was a really good filler episode.
It's also like a lead up to the finale.
Right.
So I'm gonna also give it. I felt like the previous episode 7 in season 1 was more of a filler episode than this.
Right.
So I'm also gonna give it a 8.5. Not because I don't think it's good, but math is easier than.
One of these days, I'm just going to give you a random decimal.
Oh. I'll get used to that. I really thought Zane would do that to us.
Fair enough.
So. There we go. 8.5 Mando heads. I feel like I should change this up after we go into season. What is it? 2.5? The Book of Boba Fett for one episode?
Yes.
Yes. So
what do you put? Tuscan heads or Boba Fett heads?
I was thinking like the Ahsoka Tano heads. Hey, that season made no sense. So
I don't know. I feel like those would make more sense for like the actual Ahsoka series.
yeah. Whenever that'll come out. So, favorite moment or shot of the episode?
I really liked the just the whole driving sequence. I don't know. I feel like we don't see many actual like on the ground driving vehicles. We usually see like hovercraft or speeders or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like between the clone turbo tank and the Juggernaut here, I really like it. I feel like I may have said the wrong thing, but
yeah. I enjoyed the seismic charge scene. I think it brought back a ton of nostalgia for Attack of the Clones. But also seeing Boba Fett in like new painted armor, and that signifies a change in Boba from not this, oh, this is hand-me-down armor, and I'm a bounty hunter, and it shifts that, oh, he's doing something else. So any other things you'd like to add?
not that I can think of.
That droid that they had at the prison camp was pretty cool. Squall, like, prisoner, blah 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 blah. Report to blah blah blah. And he like just seemed like, do this. Oh, we forgot at the end of the at the end of the episode, we see Din Djarin send a message to Moff Gideon saying, "You have something I want, and I'm coming."
It's actually pretty close to word for word what Moff Gideon said in the finale for season 1.
So, but I think this is a good place to stop it. We have nothing else to add. Our brains are half off, but we need to get this episode out because our timeline is very, very tight. Get things out. Next episode is the season finale of season 2. That's gonna be a fun episode. And then
Yes.
afterwards, we are doing a 4 episode all over the Book of Boba Fett. So if you want to join us, we'll probably do that one live. I don't know. It depends how I feel. That is gonna be a fun one to talk
Whether or
about.
not you want to do editing.
Yes. Editing is a bane of my existence, especially for podcasts that I record like it's live. So
Which is why we chose you to edit our podcasts.
with that said, make sure to like and subscribe here on YouTube. If you're listening on one of our audio feeds, rate it if there's a chance. And also, come to our YouTube. Like and subscribe there, because that has more content there than some of the other things that get posted on our audio feeds as well. Join our Discord. We have the House of Isla after show, after live episodes, as well as the Discord's just a great place to be, to talk Star Wars, to talk everything else, as well. 2 guests that we had on previously, Zane and Andrew Haley from the Sith Dominion podcast, they're also on there. So, if you enjoyed them on our podcast, check them out at the Sith Dominion podcast and all the other podcasts that Andrew Haley is on. So, with that said, may the Force be with you.